all the black women, learn love. To all the black brothers, love each other. Oh, they love each other, all right. That's why they go to jail so much. They really
that way they can
love
really
each other.
Some true love. Whatever
they really exercise brotherly love by going to jail.
Whatever y'all do, don't drop the soap. I get it.
William, you have been dominated by white men for more than 500 years, you conquered losers. You should have never came on a swollen. See, you get it twisted.
You know why I figured out, though, why so many black men hate swirling black women?
Why?
Because they want that white dick.
Oh! Who knows if that's why who knows if that's why slavery... I said it before. That's why slavery lasted so long, because you niggas was getting the shaft.
Literally.
You don't think the white man was screwing you. You was his butler. Get it? His butler. Can you imagine? During slave days, they must have been all over us. Golden Jay says, you mad, black man, that you are fired. Thank you for that comment, Golden Jay. I'm going to do it like Donald Trump. You're fired. Oh my God.
But they have to have a job to be fired, don't they?
And Victoria Miller says, black men can't please women. They really can't.
I met a nerdy guy. He's really sweet. We're both ambitious and educated. That's exactly the type of guy I wanted. And it's just like, there's no turning back, because these dusties are dusty. Like, they just belong in a coffin.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca. Who was next in the
You know, I would like to say that whenever I do videos, I'm always thinking with certain topics, I'm pretty much done. I've said everything that needs to be said. There's nothing else to go directly over. And then I run into videos like you see here. I'm just going to start off with the last video first, because it's just so much easier. You had all of the bums in one section deciding that, well, at least one of them wanted to say that all of the dusties, again, whenever I need for a lot of the black men to realize and understand, whenever you hear women out here using the terminology dusty, they're not referring to any other group of men but black men. None of these women would ever leverage that terminology or negative branding towards a white man, an Indian man, an Arab man, an African man, a Jamaican man, a guy from South America, or wherever else in the world. They would never ever use that branding for any other guy. And again, if you see any women out there that want to sit up there and say that, oh, well, I just call men that in general, shut up. Just shut up. Because you don't. We know specifically who it is meant for. We know specifically who created it and who uses that terminology more than anybody else, any other group of women on this planet. So let's stop playing. Let's not play games. Let's not play games. And then she went on to state that all of the dusties belong in graves, in boxes. And I'm like, here we go again. Here we go again with the exact same rhetoric, where you have these fools directly out there idolizing, quote unquote, their preference, and while in and amongst the surrounding areas of their preference, they want to show allegiance. So here they go, wanting to sit up there and say, well, those groups of guys, they no longer need to, and I'm like, really? You couldn't just be, you couldn't just exist. You couldn't just be, you're amongst your preference. You're directly right there where you want to be. And you can shoot your shot. It's clear. You can just shoot your shot. But no, you factory default reset into, let me tell you why I have a preference and why it is that I hate black men. You're amongst your preference, but you're still focused on the group of men that you say no longer need to be here on this planet. Huh? That's obsessive. That doesn't make any type of sense. You're focused on a group of men of which you say should not exist and that you don't even focus on. But yet you're still focused on them. And people wonder why it is that you have guys out here make videos and say the things that they do. This is why. And this is why I sit up there and tell people that in a lot of instances, when you hear guys saying some crazy stuff out there, it's a rebuttal to listening to conversations, to content like this, because it's bewildering to me that you have women out here that always want to get on guys like, yo, how come y'all never talk about the guys saying any type of crazy stuff, and y'all never try to, safeguard women and protect women from all of this vitriol that men want to do? Why is it that y'all never protect men from your sisters? Why is it that you never protect your sons from these girls or these women that think, act, and talk like this amongst their preference? Why is it? Oh, that's right, you don't care. Because at the end of the day, people realistically, if people want to sit up there and talk about somebody who is hated when it deals with the planet itself, look no further than to Black American men. Look no further. Because there has yet to be a group out here that has not said something negative or abhorrent about Black American men. I can't, like, yo, I've covered this too many times. And then people will turn around and sit up there and say, well, if everybody's saying it, it gotta be true. No, it doesn't. There was a point in time in America where people looked at Black Americans as being subhuman. Just because the greater majority in the United States, including the government, military, and the police, and the doctors, and so on, felt that way, does that make it true? No, it doesn't. So please shut up. So now we go to the first video, the prime video. And this is what I've talked about so many times. And like I said before, these are the types of videos that technically get low views, because a lot of those out there that normally want to run their mouth, they don't really have anything to say when you have women like this being showcased. They never have anything to say when you see women like this showcased and they're with their preference. And even when they're with their preference, you know who they're still talking about? Black men. You know who they can't magically ignore? Black men. Because you know why? For them, it makes the content better. It makes it so that it proves why it is that they have a preference. All you have to do is simply just block people. You could just ignore people, but no. It's not good enough that people like this have people in their chat that want to co-sign, that want to agree directly with them. They want to say that their relationship is beautiful and it inspires them and all these other things. Nah. That's not enough. That's not enough energy. They need everything. Because what they do is they use the comments there, and then they generalize Black men even further in order to push the point on the narrative of, see, this is why we are moving away from Black men, because this is how you act. This is what you do. Just say that you just wanted to be with somebody who doesn't look like you. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. Oh, no. She sat up there and is with her preference, and her preference is with her, and she's smiling from ear to ear to ear. You know what she's sitting up there doing? Saying a lot of crazy stuff about Black men. And you know who else added directly into that? Her preference. He was like, well, in order to get fired, you got to have a job. Why am I surprised? And then they went into the whole comment, and this is what I've talked about before, where out of every group on the planet, Black American men are the only ones that get branded to be gay, one way or another. It doesn't matter. You could just simply sit still. Automatically, they're going to brand you as being gay. They took it back to slavery, tried to make a ha-ha, he-he moment directly out of it. You heard the woman there sitting up there saying, well, for 400 years, you guys have been conquered. Why do you think that slavery lasted so long? That's because you were in bed. All of you Black men were in bed with the slave masters. Really? That's what we're doing? And then the white dude's going to chime in, basically trying to say that the reason why Black men are so jealous because of with interracial relationships when it's Black women with anybody else is because of what it is that they're getting at night. And then somehow y'all going to try to correlate that to say that black men are jealous of black women because secretly black men want to be with white men. And this is the face. This is the face of the whole thing when it deals with divestors. Now, again, I want to note there's a difference between people that go out here and mind their business and they're with whoever it is that they wanted to be with. I don't have no problems with them. I've said this time and time again. I have no problems. You minding your business, I'm minding mine. Right? We're all good. Nobody's saying nothing negative. Now, it comes a moment in time where you run up on videos like this. And this is why you have a lot of black guys out there that make content and they say the most disrespectful things that they can even utter or state, because you got women like this who are right next to men like this, and they're both saying the exact same thing, focusing in on black men. That's a little bit crazy. One doesn't even like black men at all. So this is why you got a preference. And the other one is a male, and you're chiming in and you want to start talking about black men for what reason? That's a little bit weird. Shouldn't you be focused directly on your woman? That should be like, if there's a man in the space, if there's a black man in the space, and then a conversation is being had, you as a man, then y'all can have that conversation. But you're basically just chiming in and it don't even make sense. You talking about a whole group of men of which your people decided that you wanted to do whatnot or whatever with. And let's not go into the fact that men just like him who want to sit up there and speak are the same ones who are highly fascinated about black men. Again, I just brought you guys a video earlier today where there was a black substitute teacher in a school, and a white male teacher decided that he wanted to stand behind the black substitute teacher as he was at a urinal inside of a bathroom. Right? Just take your time, let that settle for a minute. So then from that video, we now go directly to this. I'm not too shocked that he wanted to chime in with a quote unquote woman of her type and wanted to say or take the time to say some negative things and focus in on black men. I'm not too surprised. I'm not too surprised, because even when you got folks like this who get what it is that they want, somehow, some way, it's still not good enough. They still need more. There still has to be some other type of energy out there to pull on, to tug on, to fixate on. There still has to be some chaos that needs to be made. None of these people out here are really truly happy. That's my main point. None of them are really truly happy, because if you were, you wouldn't be focused on black men. If you both are with the preferences of which that you want to speak on, that you want to be with and speak positively on, then you're good, right? That woman is with her guy, that guy is with his woman. But the main thing that I do want to showcase, right, is the fact that you don't see them talking about white women, though. And I know that he knows that white women looks at this relationship that they have a certain type of way, but you don't see him trying to utter words about this. You don't see him trying to talk negatively about this. And again, that's his opposite. But yet, what you do see is that the woman in the relationship is talking about her opposite. Blatantly, obviously, openly. And saying some of the most ridiculous and disrespectful things that you could possibly say about a group of men of which she has not dated everybody. But yet, anything to justify the cause, right? But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.